Good afternoon. Good evening. We're back. We're talking Chicago White Sox. Huge sign. My team, huge free agent sign. Andrew Benintendi, 5 years, 75 million from the New York Yankees. We're gonna get right into this thing. All right. Andrew Benintendi, as stated many times, one of the high guys on my list last year. Before he got traded to the Yankees. I wanted this guy because he's a left-handed bat that the Sox have been longing for. A left-handed guy in that lineup that can hit it out of a ballpark that is decently small at guaranteed rate field. Yes, Benintendi doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but he does exactly what the Sox need right now. They need that two-hole slot left fielder who can put Eloy Jimenez not out in the outfield getting injured all the time. So what they're going to do is they're going to move Benintendi to left field, and it'll help with Gavin Sheets maybe in right, and Eloy Jimenez, maybe they switch off DH, whatever happens, that's fine. I know Eloy Jimenez said that he's not a huge DH guy, but he's going to have to learn how to do it because Benintendi's a stud outfielder. He's going to help out Robert out there. It's just a great signing for the White Sox. It's a guy they really needed, and it's a guy after the Jose Abreu thing and the White Sox didn't do anything at the winter meetings. Vibes were low. Vibes were low for Sox fans. As you saw, a lot of Sox players getting upset. TA saying some stuff on Twitter. But after Clevinger or whatever, they finally get a guy who they can plug right into that lineup, probably in that 2 slot, and get things really going for this lineup. They went 81-81 last year after expectations were through the roof. They were supposed to be a playoff team, World Series caliber type ball club, World Series staff, and a World Series type lineup. They just didn't perform like that. Yoan Moncada, horrendous year. Yasmani Grandal, horrendous year. Eloy got hurt. Robert got hurt. Tia did his thing. Sheets stepped up. Abreu did his thing. Obviously, the Sox got rid of Abreu, but this team needed this signing. They needed it bad. They probably need another second baseman. I don't know what they're going to do with Elvis Andrews, who came at the All-Star break and did really well for the Sox. Actually kind of sparked that lineup towards the end of the year. But another thing why I like this Benintendi deal is he's played in KC, and last year he had 320 before he got traded to the Yankees at the break. But he knows the AL Central well. Pedro Grifol, who is the White Sox manager, was his bench coach for 2 years. But it all makes sense, and it all adds up perfectly well. Like I said, he's going to be playing left field next to Robert. I don't know what they're going to do in right field, if they're going to keep Sheets or DH Sheets or DH Eloy Jimenez, or they go out and sign a right fielder and maybe trade Sheets. Everything's up in the air, and for that aspect. For numbers-wise, I know the Sox hit 162 with 2 strikes last year. There was a huge thing and with guys in scoring position, they just could not drive them in. The big hit was not there like it was the year before. And if they could find a way to stay consistent in the lineup, I think they have the roster to be good. They need to go out and perform. And that's what GM Rick Hahn said, is they're not going to go out and sign a huge name because they feel like they have the guys in the lineup now and on the rotation to do what they were drafted to do. And I commend them for that, but they got to show out. This is the year 3, let's just say, in their 5-year window, and we were promised parades, and by Rick Hahn and the front office promised parades and championships, and nobody's seeing it right now. So this is the year. Put up or shut up. They got Benintendi. I think they need to do something for second base. Right now, they have Romy Gonzalez, Elvis Andrews, and maybe possibly I would go out and sign a free agent. That's just my opinion. I don't care who it is. I don't know. The second baseman market's pretty low. I know Gene Segura is released. I don't know if somebody signed him or not yet. But I just want to go over my potential lineup for the 2023 White Sox. So at the 1 hole playing shortstop, I got Tim Anderson, obvious stud, all-star. He's going to stay at the 1 slot, gets on base, hits for average, and does everything you need to do. The defense is picking up for him, which is awesome. And then I got Benintendi, left-handed bat, like I said, left fielder, perfect slot for him in this lineup. Then I'm going Robert if he could stay healthy at the 3 spot in center field. I'm going Eloy Jimenez at DH in the 4 slot. Andrew Vaughn, who's going to take over Jose Abreu's spot at first base in the 4 spot, who had an awesome year last year, drove in a lot of runs. He's going to be a staple in this lineup. If he keeps getting better, there's no doubt he can be one of the best players in the league, best hitters in the right-handed hitters in the league moving forward. In the sixth spot, I got Yohan Moncada at third base, another guy who just needs to step up. He's a switch hitting bat. He was the number one prospect when he came up. He was the first guy that the Sox brought up in this rebuild, and he really hasn't shown everybody what everybody had on him. They said he was going to be one of the best players in baseball. He's just not. Last year, I saw a lot of lazy play out of him. It was really, really disappointing. I don't know what was going on with him last year. He was really, like I said, it seemed like he just didn't want to be there. Whatever the case may be, he needs to have a huge year. If he has a big year, this whole team is going to change. He's a really good defender. That's improved a ton at third base. He's pretty locked down at third base, which is fine. He needs to hit. He's a switch hitted power bat that needs to hit. He needs to hit bombs, and that's the bottom line, especially at guarantee rate field where it's a smaller ballpark and balls get hit out a lot there. So he needs to perform in that aspect. Yasmani Grandal also got hurt last year, had a horrific year. Yes, he walks a lot. He gets on base, but the year before when they went to the postseason, Yasmani Grandal was a staple in clutch home runs and clutch doubles. He just was not that guy last year. Then I got Yasmani Grandal in the seventh spot playing catcher. Got Gavin Sheets right now in right field, batting eighth, another left-handed power bat. That kind of was the only one last year who hit bombs when we needed them, but still wasn't enough out of the left-handed batter's box in right field. If you're a right fielder and you're a left-hander in that ballpark, and you want to be a guy, you got to hit 20 to 30 at least. To get the money you want to get. In the ninth spot, I got Elvis Andrews. I know they're slotting Romy Gonzalez in there. I think this is a spot where they really need to go get somebody. I know second base has been a huge, huge deal for the White Sox ever since they got rid of Nick Madrigal. They just have not found a second baseman that they need to do what needs to be done. I know Josh Harrison had a decent year last year towards the end, but he was struggling all year until kind of after the break, and they picked up a little bit. But when they got Elvis Andrews, he actually sparked that lineup. So I like them keeping him there if he wants to sign with the White Sox. But whoever that 9-hole is needs to be that guy who flips the order over. And that's what Nick Madrigal was really good at, actually, when he was here before he got traded to the Cubs. And then, yeah, that's my 1 through 9 as of now. I want them to sign somebody for second base. Like I said, I think Andrew Benintendi is a great, great, great piece to this team. And I'm really happy we got him. Now they added Clevenger to the rotation. And then Andrew Benintendi to the lineup. Like I said, I want one more guy to solidify this defense at second base, and then maybe do something with the bullpen where they trade somebody or get rid of somebody, open up some money, because their bullpen is still top in baseball, in my opinion, with Liam Hendricks and Kendall Graveman and Joe Kelly. I don't know what they're doing with him, but he needs to step up this year too. I know Joe Kelly had a really, really tough year last year. Got hurt, was walking a lot of guys. But I think this stuff could get back to where it needs to be. I know Clevenger said he loves the pitching coach for the White Sox. He's going to help. I don't know what they're going to do with Johnny Cueto, who had a monster year last year, which was huge for them. I wanted them to sign Rodon back, but they didn't. Good for Rodon, though. Got the money he deserved. But we're going to do a full White Sox kind of 2023 preview later on. I got a couple White Sox fans coming on. We're going to talk in depth about this roster and what they need to do moving forward. But as of right now, Andrew Benintendi is a White Sox for 5 years, $75 million. I want to point this out. Highest free agent signing in history. 5 years, $75 million. That's it. They haven't paid anybody over that ever, which is crazy. The guy before that was Yasmani. I think it was a 3-year deal. But I'm happy about this one. It's finally a breath of fresh air. They're doing something the Sox needed, and I'm happy about it. But there's still a lot that needs to be done for this ball club to meet expectations this year. I still think they could possibly do what they need to do. They should be voted first to win the AL Central in a division that's just okay. They need to dominate that division and make a run in the postseason. So their promises could be kept, I should say. But that's that. I got Andrew Benintendi, 5 years, $75 million to the White Sox. Great sign. We'll see you guys in the next video. Christmas is coming up. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you guys next time.